Here's some of the recon work that I did on March 25th. So when I went by on March 25th, this was the van that was sitting out there. So it's a Ram. So there's the vehicle. I want to share the other vehicles too. When I went out there just a short time later. As time goes on, you know what I'm saying? We can go back in time if we ever need to. That's why. And you can see it's still sitting in the same spot right there. And then you got these two other ones. All right, so there's those vehicles. Now, I'm going to get into some more of the March 25th recon work, and then I'm going to show you the 3 cameras that are have the most interest when it comes to what it might have picked up. Okay, and there's 2 of them. One of them you probably don't even know about. One of them you might. One of them everybody knows, obviously because of the lights. This is March 25th. I'm going to show you a few houses, and then we're going to get to the 3 cameras of interest. So there's people that thought that there was a camera on this house, and there's not. People thought that there was a camera on the house before this. There wasn't either. Okay, there's no camera there. Now I'm going to go over here. Okay, you can see this. That right there. That one could, but it's not sticking out. It's almost like a light, but it's not sticking out. So normally if there was a camera, like think about it, the lens has to be out. You don't see a bubble. If it was a camera, it'd be focusing straight down because the lens would be up inside of that structure. So if I'm looking at it, could it be? Of course it could be. But do I feel like there's one? No. Now, when you're going over here, no cameras over here. These are right in front of Sebastian's house as you're driving down. No cameras over there. Over here, okay, you got a little something right there. Typically, ring cameras are right there. Now, when it comes to the angle of that ring camera, it's going to be pointed directly across. So I'll take you to Google real quick. So you're looking at this house right here, okay? You see that ring camera right there? All right, that is a ring camera. Now, you're looking at the ring camera. See what it would pick up? Okay. Would it pick up something way over here? Probably not. All right. Would it pick up them pulling in the driveway? Yes, it would. Because this ring camera, okay, it's got a brick wall right here. So the view going this way is blocked off. But the view going this way is not blocked off. Basically, everything in this camera view would be in the view of that ring camera that's on that porch. So would this be a key camera? Yes, it would. Because if anybody's camera is going to get tripped off first, it's probably going to be the front. Because of the cars, people walking by, you know what I'm saying? So yes, it would. It may not get them pulling up, okay? But it's definitely going to get them when they are at this mailbox, okay? As their car's right here, that ring camera is going to go tink, and it's going to start recording, and it's going to record them pulling in the driveway, and then you might be able to see 2 figures getting out depending on how dark it was, but it does get really dark there because there's no street lights. You can see there's no street lights at all. So it does get real dark there. But night vision on these Ring cameras is usually very good too, depending on what model you have. So that's the house that we were looking at right there. Okay, now this one, you see, there's nothing there. That's the house that's south of this, nothing there. Now you can see over here, there's nothing on that garage. Okay, nothing on the garage, nothing on the side of the house. This over here, if it has something on it, guess what? It ain't really picking nothing up. Over here, there's nothing on the side of the house, no structure over there. Now, when it comes to this camera right here, we all know this is the camera that picked up the footage with the lights. Okay. Now, when it comes to the lights, this is why this is important. The lights match the path that goes to the manhole. That's why the manhole theory is so important. Not only that camera would have picked something up, but this camera right here would have picked something up. So I'm going to show you where at we would be with that camera to show you how valuable, and I almost think this is the most valuable camera when it comes to all of this. And this is why I feel that somebody has footage of what took place and somebody's scared to turn that footage over, because see this right here, I just showed you, that's the camera. Now this is a July 2023 picture. You notice how that camera is more focused at this part of the driveway? Okay, this is very important. This is why when I go to do this work, it's very important that I capture time in a capsule, because you see the direction of this camera right here. It's more focused on this silver sedan. Now look at the photo when I did my recon work and look at the direction of the camera right here. Look at that. It's more towards the middle of the intersection, and this is very important, and this is why I want to show you this. So when you see the difference of the angle of where the camera is pointed, now this is why this is so important, because when you come back to here, see, again, you can see the difference of the camera. Google will lie to you. Always use captured footage, because it would be pointed right in the direction of this intersection right here. This camera on this house not only catches, because you see straight up Kellen Lane to our left, that's the only entrance and exit to this little property area where Sebastian went missing. So not only this camera picks up whatever perpetrator is coming to do what they're doing to Sebastian, not only it catches them going up and down Stafford, and how many times they might be circling the area, how many times they might be checking out where they can do this and do that. And it will also, when it comes to the lights video, and shout out Mob Crew, it will also show if there was an abduction at any of these points in this view, because that camera would have captured all 3 spots that the Mob Crew pointed out where the car would have been sitting. That camera right there that I just showed you, March 25th Recon, shows you right there, it would have caught not only the predator, maybe driving around, going around, checking it out, it would have picked up the abduction. It would have picked up, unless they had tinted windows, it would have picked up how many figures were in the car, the make and model of the car. Now, I want to show you another part of the recon work that is very important that I don't think anybody has ever even thought about. You see this house right here, okay? I'm going to show you on Google so I can also show you what this camera would have picked up too. This house has a ring camera right here. Very important. So when I show you, there's a ring camera right here that's pointed directly back. Directly back. See the mailbox right here? It's pointed directly back. Now I'm going to take you back to Google and I'm going to show you why that camera is also very important. Same house. See the mailbox? Same house. Now we're looking. There's the ring camera, right? You see the ring camera. Now, this ring camera would have picked up the absolute perfect silhouette in that vehicle, make and model, because that ring camera is pointed straight ahead where the person would have had to pull in and leave. It would have showed you silhouettes. It would have showed you a perfect side view of that vehicle. So, Clutch Them Pearls, shout out Justin, was talking earlier about 2 law enforcement were going to a neighbor's house and they were interested in the footage that was taking place on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Guess what? I just showed you all of the cameras that are key cameras when it comes to what took place, who would have saw what, who would have captured what, how they would have captured it, the angle they would have captured it. That's why we showed you all this stuff back in April and March. This is all very important. This is why I've always said somebody has to have footage and somebody has to be scared. Look at what the people that are about finding out the truth. Look at what they have to go through already when they're trying to find a missing child. You know how many people reach out and they're like, CJ, how can they do this when it comes to a missing child? I said, I don't know. The world is an ugly place. You got to have that shield. Think about what all of us that are trying to find the truth have gone through. Multiple people. You can't say it's made up when it's a whole bunch of people. But I don't know. It's always set weird with me when somebody said that there's no signs of foul play. Because if there was an abduction or some suspicious activity like that where it had some footage, and trust me, Kellen Lane is the only entrance and exit out of this neighborhood. These cameras, the 2 that I just showed you last to the right of us, are going to be the main cameras that would have picked up both streets and a perfect description. Not only vehicle, silhouettes, and any kind of driving activity that took place on both of these roads. So if Ellie is coming out and stating that there were no signs of foul play, well, then that means that there were no signs that anybody has footage of an abduction. So if nobody has shown any footage of any suspicious activity, abduction, then I feel that this person didn't come forward. When law enforcement, shout out Justin, clutch them pearls, shout out Justin. When law enforcement already approaches a neighbor and wants their footage from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, that means there was something going on in that neighborhood. To me, that means somebody has something. They're afraid.